going to go for it. All right. We might be live. Yeah, we're live.
Wah, wah, wah. Good evening. Why are you giggling?
You said good evening.
Good evening, listeners and viewers.
Friends, hi.
Welcome to our weekly live show.
Excel, hi. WD
Yeah, you can just
Gaster,
read
hello.
in the-
Catman, hi. Quentin James, hey kids.
That's a great intro. You just read people's
know.
names and say hi to them. Give them
But-
some love.
Pikes Peak Auditor, what up? Justin Carr 21, hey. Pissed Off Marine, hello. Grizzly Man, hi brother. Brian Avila, hey. Legion
You're
76, hey,
assuming
hey. What?
Grizzly Man is a male.
No, he, well, Grizzly Man said, hey brother. Now I lost, I just missed 10 comments.
It's alright, you can still say hi to people.
Hi people.
Oh, you're reading what they said.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes,
But you
yes,
didn't
yes.
say they said. You read the name and said
Hi. Oh, Huckleberry Auditor said, hello, Blind Justice and better half. That helps him the most.
hello, hello.
I don't know about that.
Half?
Better half? I'm a whole.
That's right.
So are you.
Whole something.
Yeah. Yep. All right. You got all kinds of love. Carlos is here.
You titled this thing yet?
Oh, it has no title.
I don't even know what we're going to talk about.
I'm just going to say, what's up, peeps? Yeah,
So original.
So we started this live stream, and I failed to say, hey, what are we going to talk about tonight?
Yeah,
And you didn't either.
that's all right.
I have no, solid plan.
Just be here in a moment.
I am here. Michelle said, I was going to go to sleep, and then I heard the ding of Blind Justice.
Well,
yes.
hello.
Thanks for
What kind of
copping
tea
in,
am I
Michelle.
drinking, by the
You
way?
were drinking, it's a chamomile mint with hibiscus, and I took a picture of it because I knew you were going to ask me that. But anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Hello from Australia. What? Hi, Jack.
Hello,
Says,
hello.
We love your channel over here. It's very interesting how different the laws are across the pond.
Yeah.
Brian says, you guys are cute as hell. Why, thank you.
Cool.
Let's see. Any snow there tonight? Nate.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. No.
Temperature did drop today,
Mhm.
though.
Brian said, here with my wife. Heard the ring, too. Nice.
Cool, cool.
Hey, hey. How are your guys' evenings? Asks Juan.
It's pleasant. Pleasant.
Yeah.
Pleasant evening. Had a little adventure with my little buddy, little toddler.
Yeah, you guys had an epic adventure.
Walked to the park, which is like on the same block, basically.
Yeah, it's not far.
Not too far from us. Played there for a bit, and then he wanted to go adventure on a walk. So, of course, he picks up sticks and things.
Yeah.
Hopefully, not doggy do, which he has done.
Yeah, he did.
He has picked up some dog poo before, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bummer. Yeah, I realized once we were, I don't know, a good mile and a half from the house on our walk that I didn't have any diaper or wipes or or anything for my little buddy.
No,
But
you
that was
were
right
out.
about the time when you were
Heading out.
getting ready to come out and join us. So we
Yeah.
had a good little adventure.
Hong Kong. What up? I'm HKVN Asia Pacific. Hello from Hong Kong.
Nice.
That's cool. Let's see. Educate the public. Let's talk about the Houston murders. Somebody asked about, let's see, Teflon. What do you think about the News Now Houston story? Huckleberry Auditor. Are there any auditors near you to go out with? Oh, I'm going to jump on that one. We did. He did a collaboration with Taz News Tacoma.
Yeah.
That was cool. He's up in Tacoma, obviously. But we met up in Olympia. So they did out in the Capitol campus.
Yeah,
So we have a handful
3
of
little short
videos.
videos out from that, and then we have one probably gonna throw up tomorrow. It's most of it's like an hour, roughly like an hour and a half or something.
Mm-hmm.
More just raw footage of us walking around and to different buildings and talking to people and whatnot.
Yeah, just give you the.
But yeah, that's Taz News Tacoma, and we actually just talked on the phone today, so we're gonna do some more collaboration and go out and do some more stuff here in the Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Probably be popping down to Oregon soon too to do some stuff down there.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
We know somebody that's doing stuff down in Marion County. I think it's Salem, Oregon. I think his channel is Marion County Constitution Watch. It was Cop Watch, but it's Marion County Constitution Watch. It's got a channel that's pretty new. So there's people popping up up here in the Northwest, and yeah, we want to get out and partner and help, bring awareness to what's going on. So that could be part of what we're talking about tonight. If anybody, what's up?
Somebody asked a question. If you're interested.
Yeah, go ahead.
Juan Martinez, Mr. Blind Justice, this is a serious question. Do you think we could be headed to a police state?
Ooh. Well, some people believe that that's the current state of affairs. I don't know. It's hard to get a good read on it because the infrastructure is there. The hardware is there. For instance, there's an MRAP. There's an 80,000-pound vehicle here where we live, just a couple miles from us, that is property of the police department, and so I think they have the hardware. I think the training and mentality is definitely, a thin blue line. Is definitely a separation. It's I believe a lot of the law enforcement training is to control, to get control of every situation. I mean, the term law enforcement literally means to bring force into every situation because of a threat, because of a piece of paper. Somebody says you can or can't do something. So, yeah, one can make a solid argument that that's the current state of affairs at the police state. But I think people are actually waking up to that. I think as more and more of these more egregious violations and violent actions that are just common practice comes to light, I think that people are going to continue to wake up to the situation and just opt out. I think there's going to be some fighting, some resistance, physical resistance. I don't think there's going to be a full-scale revolution because I think people are just going to be over the idea of being controlled and just opt out of it. And when enough people say, no, we don't need rulers and masters, we'll figure out a more peaceful, voluntary, free market system to work and live in. So.
Mr. Anakin, no, this is not pre-recorded. Asked if it was pre-recorded.
Yeah, you're live. We're live.
So there's lots of questions popping up.
Okay.
If I skip a question, guys, just email us or text us.
Yeah, we're about to
because
open
I'm
up
interested.
The phone line. We'll
We'll
give a few minutes and we'll open up the phone line. But yeah, go ahead and read a few.
Because somebody asked about Adam, but now I've lost the question, and so if I find it, I'll read it. But otherwise, email me. Oh, insightisfree@gmail.com. Any collaboration with Texas Sheepdog?
I think we've had some
Caleb.
messages back and forth with some of the people down in Texas, but so far we haven't done any active work with anyone. We do want to do some remote audits. Have somebody, we keep mentioning this, have somebody basically be my eyes on the other side of a video chat, and then I'll just listen to them through my headset, and they can read signs and people's faces and body language and stuff.
Jason sending us a care package. He says it's on the way.
Oh,
That's cool. Thanks, Jason.
thank you.
The question about Adam was if we'd heard anything about the threats that I guess his campaign made. So definitely email me because I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I haven't been in the weeds on his day-to-day stuff.
No.
I stay in contact with Adam. In case anybody's wondering, it's discussing Adam Kokesh.
Mm-hmm.
He is, I think, at least the first quote-unquote presidential candidate for 2020 from the Libertarian Party. First to announce his candidacy for the Libertarian Party. He wrote the book Freedom, which is the Freedom logo on my hat, and he's a personal friend of ours, so we share a lot of similar principles and ideals.
Cool. Canadian Rights Media. I'm a new auditor here in Canada, and I just started watching your videos. Question: have you ever had a scary moment during filming?
Well, I don't know. That's an interesting question. I believe that fear is a mindset, and so there is a biochemical relation to your perception, your mental perception of the situation, and then once you perceive a situation to be whatever you perceive it to be, it correlates.
Spanky McBean super chatted $5. Love what you do for us. Keep on keeping on.
Did you guys hear that? It actually worked.
Hey, the Steaky McBeans.
Spanky?
Okay.
Spanky McBean.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Spanky.
But no. So whatever you perceive, with your senses and your mind, then correlates into the hypothalamus, and then it releases the neuropeptide associated with whatever emotion. So as long as you don't perceive something to be a threat, or you can perceive something to be a threat, and not perceive fear in that, right? Not be afraid of the threat. Just recognize, yep, this is a threat. This could cause me harm.
Right.
I'm gonna back out of the road and not get hit by the bus. You can figure out what to do without having a fear response.
So you get to choose your response instead of reacting based off of the emotion.
Yeah. So no, I haven't really had anything that I had a fear response to while recording. There are definitely things where I recognize threat levels, and I'm like, well, I need to figure out a way to de-escalate the threat or get out of the situation that could cause more damage or more harm. And which is interesting if you look at the legal definition of assault. Part of it is I think does say fear, that the person, such as like a reasonable person would be afraid of a person, but it's also, I think the definition says they can basically they have reason to believe that this person is capable of executing the threat. And right, so you don't have to be afraid of the person is going to harm you. You can just have reasonable belief that this person is making a threat and is capable of physically enacting a threat.
Hone Hone Hecka from Australia was asking about you being locked in the parking lot. So they're curious about an update on the.
Yeah, we don't really
situation.
have an update on that. We may go this week. I've been bouncing around doing other stuff, so I think I'm going to go to the city of Elma very soon and try to have a chat with somebody from the police department there. Maybe have a chat with the PUD people if they're available there, and possibly try to find their city prosecutor, because the police report was forwarded to the prosecutor recommending charges against me for trespassing, but there was no charges recommended for false imprisonment.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a bunch of follow-ups that we have on the docket, on the plan, popping around to different places and following up. We've done some follow-ups via phone and email. Went to get some records. We did. Oh yeah, I guess we did go to the PUD the other day to get the record request.
Oh yeah,
fulfilled.
that was between.
Yeah,
that was a Tuesday, I think.
That was this past week. And so I was with her, and she viewed it, and she actually made a recording of the video that they had from the lot.
I made a video of a video.
Yeah. And so if you want to talk about what that showed or didn't show.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, it was a very poorly placed camera. So there's like this little building near that back door that we saw, possibly Mark, I don't know, whoever locked the gate when he snuck by in front of Mike. I know you guys, a lot of you know what I'm talking about. There's that building there. So the camera was positioned like opposite of where in that section where Mike was standing, and all you can see is like the tops of heads and like this little blur that goes boop across the screen. So it doesn't actually show the gate, which is
so the
weird.
staff said the focus of that camera was for that small building, which was their telecommunications building. And so the focus wasn't the back door entrance that the two guys went into.
No.
After locking the gate, and the focus wasn't the back lot or the cars of the back lot or the entrance to the back lot. So that's part of the claim that they've made on their police report, was that it was they were concerned for security and for their cars, and that they're concerned that I was going to vandalize their cars or steal something from their cars or try to get access to the back door, stuff like that. And if that was really the concern, like, why don't they have security cameras on those things? If that was truly their security concern, that's not what their security camera is focused at. It's focused at this other building. So it kind of doesn't back their argument.
Spy Team Satan suggested time to go look and see if there's only one camera.
Right.
I may need to
a different angle.
go look.
Yeah.
Just happen by.
Have you go check it out.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Mm-hmm. Michelle was saying that was ridiculous. She said they want to charge you with trespass when they're the ones that locked you in. Yeah. And they knew they locked you in too. They did.
It's a common defense that people do. It's what you find in small children too. You know, if you you want to talk to that as a mom?
No, I was just thinking. So we have Brock, who is he's 2. He had his 2nd birthday in November, and then we have baby Nora. And I'll be like, I'll smell something a little fishy, and I'll say, Brock, did you poopy? And he says, baby poopied.
Right.
Baby poopied. And it's really hilarious. That's really funny.
Yeah. So it's common, like,
very common, apparently.
Right,
like, you did it.
Right. Deflect it and try to point out, somebody else's fault or something instead of handling the thing that you did. Yeah.
Something else.
Well, you want to open up the phone line?
Sure. Yeah. You guys want to call? I see other questions, but you're more than welcome to call and ask them. We're going to keep it simple. The phone line you guys called before, 360-226-6297.
Yeah.
And we'll type it in. Boomer's here. What's up, Boomer?
Hey.
And Bill Norwood. Hi.
Yeah, and you can talk about whatever you want. We don't really have a specified topic tonight.
Yeah,
try to keep it down to 2 minutes, and
Yeah.
if you're making calls of action, threats, or calls for violence against people, then probably won't stay on the air.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, there's
She's
in and out.
She
All right,
she's
Boomer.
worked the system to get our phone.
Thanks for popping in.
Thing. Hopefully, a little smoother than last time.
I think.
And if we have trouble with this one, we may switch to a whole other one. We tried the Skype thing, but she's working on a Mac. She has an older.
I got it on. It's working so far.
Hey, you gotta call her.
All right. Hey, you're live on the air.
Hi, you're live with Blind Justice.
Hi, is this Bill?
This is Mike and Christina here with Blind Justice.
Oh, sweet. I'm from Southern Alabama. My name's Aaron, and we have, you don't necessarily see blind people around here. And I've been to other states. I'm from Pennsylvania normally, and we have several blind people that live in our county up there. What I've noticed in the difference between the South and the North is down here we don't have a lot of the accesses that you will find up north for the blind. Do you find that where you live at all, where it's more limited compared to other areas?
When you say access, what are you talking about specifically?
So up north, almost on every single county building and stuff like that, you'll find Braille writing outside and on all the doors and stuff like that. Down south, even if you go to a local school, you won't find Braille anywhere. County sheriff's offices, courthouses, anything like that, you don't find Braille. And I guess it's not just really blind, like access for the blind, but more it's also handicap. You go to our courthouse and we don't even have handicap accessible courthouse for someone in a wheelchair.
Right. Yeah. I don't know about frequency, but the Braille. I can speak to the Braille thing. That there's typically if there is signs that include Braille, I think they're pretty much the standard height. It's about I don't know, it's about chest high for me, so it's probably around 4 foot something, and it's either left of a door, on a door, or to the right of the door. It's usually about that height across the board. There might be a standard. I would have to check it up. There might actually be a posted standard height for them to post them. But as far as the Braille is concerned, not some of the signs have Braille, some of them don't. But a lot of so for instance, like restrooms and things like that, a lot of those signs are indented, right? And you can follow the M for men or whatever. And like, okay, well that's all I need to know. Get that first letter, and it's either an M or an upside down M, right? For men or women. But as far as the Braille goes, I know in the VA system, medical system, they don't offer Braille classes. They don't really even encourage the use of Braille. And they say that's pretty standard across the board in the medical field. I haven't researched that to verify that for myself. But there is still there are still agencies and institutes that will offer Braille. One of them being Hadley, Hadley, I believe, Hadley School for the Blind. They offer Braille courses for free. But a lot of the people in the field are mainly promoting adaptive technology and more use of the technology, because the technology is so amazing today. And they think that going to Braille is going backwards. So they're promoting more of a reliance upon technology to do a lot of that stuff. But yeah, we run into issues with wheelchair access and things like that too. Even if it's not like ramps, if they have a ramp and things like that. So I have a friend here locally that's gone out with me, and she's in a wheelchair, and so when we're out together, if she's not tired, I'll ask her, if she wants to be up front going to the doors, so she can check the doors, because there's supposed to be a pound limit to how heavy the doors are, so that somebody in a wheelchair can open the door and get through the door. And so that's why we let her go up in front of me, as long as she's not super smoked and tired. Then she can actually test those doors. So even in places where she's been able to get into with a ramp, get through the door, a lot of times there isn't necessarily places outcropped for a wheelchair. For instance, like in a council room or a board room for the public to go into a meeting, right? There's rows and rows of chairs and no empty space other than an aisle, for a wheelchair. And so we did that at one meeting, and we kind of were just standing in the entrance until somebody's like, "Oh, let me get you a spot." So, but does that answer your questions? We may have lost him.
Not sure.
Okay, I think we lost our caller, but hopefully that answers questions. So.
Oh, we got somebody coming in.
Hello, you're live with Blind Justice.
Hey, Mike, Dane, how's it going?
All right, man, how are you?
Oh, do I got you still?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, hello?
Can you hear us? Oh, it's because there's like all these other calls coming in. Are you there? Oh no.
We're trying. Hello, hello.
I think we had like 3 come in all at the same time. I think
Oh, we dropped
it
him.
muted it out. And call her back.
Yeah, you try to call him back.
I'll give it a try.
St. John, New Brunswick, Canada, +150634350.
Hello?
Hey, this is Blind Justice trying to get you back on.
Oh, yeah. Glad I got you back there. Did I hear somewhere along the lines that you were a veteran?
I was in the military at one point, yeah.
Well, thank you for your service. I appreciate it. I just had a quick question. I myself am disabled. I'm in a wheelchair. I was in the Iraq War, and I've lost my right leg. Has your disability kind of really hindered exactly what you're trying to do? Because I'd love to get out and do something along the lines of auditing around the town where I'm at, because there's not a lot of accessibility for disabilities.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's just really, if you can get somebody to help you and pair up with you, and you know, you can find ways to overcome the hurdle. And I know you can, man. Anything you set your mind to, you can overcome. And I'm sure you've had that experience.
I never thought I was going to walk again, but I'm working towards that myself. With prosthetics and things like that. But being stuck in a wheelchair, you never really notice how a town is not quite set up for disabilities until you yourself are disabled.
Yeah. No, you're speaking the truth, man. That's definitely stuff that I've run into, and I try not to just think about the things for the visually impaired people, but other disabilities, such as people in wheelchairs and people that have.
I can only imagine. I mean, I myself, I had a pain, and their solution to the pain was to take the pain away by cutting off the limb. And I always say it's got to be harder for people with other disabilities, such as yourself, because you've got to completely retrain to use that part of your body still.
Yeah.
Me, they just took it away. So,
yeah.
But, it definitely makes it difficult. I'm out here in California, and I'm up in the high desert, and I find things like police officers that'll park right in front of handicap ramps to where I can't get up and get into places, and there's not a lot of people out here willing to speak up. I've gone to multiple town council meetings, and it's just, they listen to you for your 2 minutes, and then it's like they dismiss you like you weren't even there.
Yeah, that's a pretty common experience that we've had and that we've heard from people all over, not just the States, but in other countries. And it's sad, man, that's the state of affairs. But that's why we can figure out ways of doing it ourselves without asking permission from the quote-unquote rulers.
Well, it gets aggravating because I've even discussed some of the things with the other veterans as well, like when I go to the VA for my appointments and things like that, and everybody just, they get this discouraged kind of, well, I've tried to go and talk to them and they don't listen, so I don't even go bother anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's where how we've gotten to the place we're at in the nation where we're at, because nobody speaks up because they think nobody's listening.
Yeah. Well, there's...
props to you for standing up and doing this,
Yeah, right on, man.
Inspired me, and I've definitely been inspired to speak up and have a voice, whether I'm in a wheelchair or I'm standing or I'm walking with a stick or not.
Yeah. Well, hey, shoot me a message, or whether it be text or email, and I'll send you some links to some resources that I found useful to me, both through the VA system and through other nonprofits. People just wanting to help out disabled vets and different avenues that can encourage you to.
It would definitely be helpful, because if you know the VA better than anybody else does, it's that hurry up and wait mentality.
Yeah, man.
I think they're waiting for me to, crossbreed with a lizard and grow the leg back before they're worried about giving me a prosthetic to walk on.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that a lot of the tech and stuff I use to help me, they order through the prosthetics department, and so, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, thanks again, man. I really appreciate you taking my call, and keep doing what you're doing.
All right, brother. Be safe.
All right.
Bye.
You too.
All right, I know some of you have been calling in. Here we go. We got another one.
Okay.
Hello, you're live with Blind Justice. Hello.
You there?
Hello, anybody there? All right, we'll go try another one.
Try the next one. Give it
How's
a
the
second.
chat going?
Oh, they're chatting between each other. Try again. And now.
Hello, you're live with Blind Justice.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Doing well, how are you?
Hey.
Good. It's Dead Poop 420 here from Canada again. I just wanted your opinion or thoughts, and hopefully this question hasn't been asked to death, but what are your thoughts on the furry potato shooting there?
Well, I think Furry was just using a camera, and and then you know somebody, the guy acting as security, you know, drew their weapon, and from
Like I've been watching First Amendment audits for quite a few years now, and that's the first time I've seen something go quite that south so quick.
Yeah,
and, like you say, just for a camera.
Yeah, there's definitely something else going on with the person that drew their gun, because she mentioned like the rocking of his body, his whole stance leading up to it before they went back behind the gate.
Because they're in a mosque and possibly they have like a difference of opinion with Furry Potato as far as what she stands for or her persona or someone. Do you think it was more personal than just the camera?
Definitely, yeah. I think so. There's there's a longer explanation to this, the psychology going on with the brain.
Oh.
The limbic system of the human brain is a more of your reptilian mind, if you will. It's more of a reactionary response. It's where your amygdala is located, and that's the thing in the brain responsible for your fight or flight. And today, the size of the average amygdala in America is larger than it was, in decades past, because everybody's just bombarded with news about tragedy and the scary stories on the news and media and everything like that. So the fight or flight center is being activated all the time. The amygdala is exercising all the time, but you can actually shrink the size of your amygdala through mindfulness practice, through meditation, through awareness of what's actually going on, and that's been proven time and time again through neuroscience. And so with that limbic system in the amygdala, it's really based on what somebody's presets are. We kind of talked about this at the beginning of the show tonight when somebody asked about fear, and if your outsets are that anybody outside of your group, outside of your tribe, outside of your whatever you identify as is different, is the other, then you're willing to defend your group against outsiders, out groups versus in groups. If they're not in the group, then you put up the walls, you put up defenses, you're ready to defend about anyone that's different. And so definitely, the guy that was believed he was defending the synagogue because there's somebody that presented themselves different than his ideals, and so already lopped into a category, already, what they have a camera, that's another thing that the person may not understand. So that's part of another root of fear, is misunderstanding, lack of understanding. So. All right, I got another caller. Hi, you're live with Blind Justice. Hello?
They hung up.
Sorry, guys.
They've tried to call quite a few times, and I can't call their number back because it's unknown.
We keep trying to figure this thing out.
Hello.
Hi, you're live with Blind Justice.
Hi, Mike. What's up?
What's going on?
I just had like a couple of questions. What's going on with your records requests?
Well,
for getting trapped.
Yeah. So we've gotten a lot of the stuff back. Well, I guess not a lot. We've gotten some stuff back. Some stuff they're redacting. They're like the names of the guys that did the locking in. We got the police report back that they forwarded to the prosecutor's office. They redacted all the guys' names that were involved, and it has me listed as the quote suspect. And they forwarded it to the prosecutor's office there in the city of Elma, recommending charges for I think it was trespassing in the second degree, and they don't have anything about the false imprisonment in there other than as part of the narrative that I had with the guy doing the report. So we got that back. We got a video back that Christina viewed with me this week, and it didn't really show anything because the focus wasn't on the lot or the back door. It was on some other side building back there that houses the telecommunications. That's about it. Like we did get a response back saying that they don't have any paid security guards at the main office. So the guy Richard Pitt that claimed he was security isn't actually. That's not a function that he serves. We actually got his job description doesn't have anything to do with physical security. So that's about all we've gotten from them.
They're allowed to redact stuff if you submit a records request?
Evidently. The PUD claims it's because they have an ongoing investigation, and then the police department said it was because the PUD claims they've received threats from YouTube viewers, and so they were concerned for the safety of the people involved. So we did put it, after we heard that from the police report, we put in a new record request to the PUD for any evidence of said threats. So we'll see. We're interested to see if they actually come back with any evidence that they've had threats.
That doesn't really make any sense, but
yeah, I know it. Yeah, the report has what they believe to be my full name, date of birth, and address all over it. Me listed as the suspect, and
That's
has
not
the actual
fair.
perpetrator. Yeah, it has the perpetrators of the crime all redacted. It's backwards. It's really funny.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your guys' work, and I hope to see more videos.
All right, appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right, the line is still open. We're trying to get through these calls. So if you've been trying to get through, apologies. We're trying to answer them best we can. Probably gonna have to figure out a better system. Maybe if you're interested in helping with that in the future, moderate.
Bakashamel super chatted $2. When do you guys think we'll invade another country?
Oh, thanks for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. I will not invade anything.
Yeah.
I already did that back in 2003, and I don't plan on doing that ever again.
No.
Now, if you're asking if the U.S. government plans on, or the people acting in positions there plan on invading, yeah, I believe they're going to continue to do that. They're going to continue to expand, its empirical system. So continue to expand the empire until it overextends and collapses, just like every empire in history.
Jimmy Mad Audits said, "What other hobbies do you have, Mike?"
Oh, I listen to books a lot, and
Yeah, if you ever need a book recommendation, text him.
And podcasts and different Dharma talks, and spend a lot of time in meditation, and going for walks. Hopefully we're getting a tandem bike pretty soon, and we'll be able to go out for some bike rides.
That means I'll be driving.
Yeah. And
or others.
What's that?
Same thing.
Bakashamel super chatted $2. Thank you for your feedback. Best regards from NYC.
All right,
That's
appreciate
cool.
it again. Thanks.
Oh, I forgot to see. Go ahead.
Yeah, other things. I love talking
Water.
with people. Yes, I love the water. I love to surf. Anytime I can go out and surf, whether it be in the ocean or behind a boat on a lake,
Yeah.
I like to do that. I like doing things with people. It's just being with people. It doesn't have to be anything special. I like listening to people.
Is there any place or site to go to download books to listen to? I got this. If you don't have the app Libby, Libby, check it out. It's a free app, and it connects to your library card. If you don't have a library card, well, you'll need one, and they're usually free.
Thomas Cass super chatted $2. Any comments on News Now Houston?
Hold the thought.
Okay.
The Libby app is cool, so you link it to your library account, and then you can get audiobooks for free. It's awesome.
Yeah,
We use that a lot.
There's that one. Overdrive is they partner together, so Libby and Overdrive.
Yeah.
And so if you get a local library card or regional library card, which are usually free, you can plug that in, use the app, get free audiobooks, digital books. There's a bunch of stuff on Kindle that you can get for free. Audible, I think, for the Amazon, you can get stuff for free.
That one's
But
monthly
usually
charge.
there's a subscription to continue with Audible. And there's a few other things. So I've got a whole slew of different other reader things I use. Bard Mobile is one for visually impaired things, and Library for the Blinds and stuff. So there's all kinds of fun stuff you can use. If you have the impairment, there's stuff. If you don't have an impairment, that's free. But to answer the super chat question about News Now Houston,
Yes.
I don't know. I know basically what's been released. That he was arrested on a warrant, and that's about it. So I'll just wait for the facts to come out. Wait for more things to be released, and then go from there. You don't pass judgment on people or events. Let the facts speak for what they are, and then make observations about the facts rather than opinions. I try not to do that. So just waiting to hear back more details.
I'll be steering the tandem bike.
Yeah, we have some friends up the road from us that have a few epic tandem bikes. One have
Yeah,
one
they
has
do.
like a little motor assist, and they have 2 small children that they put on as well. Like have some epic seats that they have mounted.
Yeah, they're like little safety seats, and
Yeah.
like one's at the handlebars and one's at the back, and they have like one that has like a bucket on the front that they can
Yeah.
ride in with mom, and
Yeah.
one has an adult seat, like you could just sit on the very, very front of the car or bike.
It's like a what is that? Recumbent seat? Recumbent bike?
Oh yeah, because you get to pedal up there too, don't
Yeah,
you?
you get the pedal in the front.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
So we have friends that are really savvy on that. We're gonna have to hit up once the bike comes in to figure out if we can mount some safe children seats to it.
To text Mike, text the same number you called. 360-226-6297. You can call or text. It
Yeah.
just comes to him.
What else we got?
Let's see. Not a week. Oh, there's a little bit of ick. They got it handled. Bill, I love bow.
Bing.
Bing.
Dave Smith super chatted $10.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
How do you feel about the new branch of military called the Space Force? Pilot asked.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'll give you the thoughts rather than feelings, but I think that's inevitable, right? The roles of government have typically been to. We'll answer this and then I'll go back to that one second. Hello, you're live on the air with Blind Justice. Hello?
Are you there? We got dead air.
Okay.
Sorry.
But yeah, the rules of government is to control, and the easiest way to do that is to keep people afraid. And if you can't do that, then you keep them apathetic. So you can look up the Roman emperor was famous for saying, just give them the bread and circus. So just give enough food so they're not starving, and give them something to be entertained, so then they don't question what the rulers are doing to control them. And so you constantly going back to the amygdala and in group and out group to keep people in a state of fear. You want to constantly.
Thomas Cass super chatted $2. Do you have any plans on getting a service animal?
Yes, that's an easy question. We're trying to get a service dog.
Yes.
Thank you for the super chat. But to try to keep people afraid and you have to present an enemy. You have to present somebody that's other than you, right? And so first you have to try to group people into groups and categories, right? And say, well, you're this, you're American, you're blah blah blah, whatever group you can associate them into, right? Then they have a group to try to defend, and then you say anyone that's not that is different and is the enemy, right? And so you have all these false flag wars, right, where there wasn't an actual attack, it was staged or whatever to perpetuate or to provoke the response to go invade or retaliate when it's actually not an retaliation. But once, that's an old game, and so until they declared war on terror, it wasn't even a war on another group. It was war on an idea. It was war on a feeling or a state of mind, and so that's like an infinite war, right? War on terror. So then to try to just perpetuate the fear and the war and the big money that is. It's a racket. There's a great book by Smedley Butler, old Marine Corps general from World War II, who wrote a book called War is a Racket, just exposing it as the money game that it is. Then once, to go with the, where do you invade next? If there's no credible outside threat to the group, then you constantly look for the boogeyman. You constantly say, well, out there somewhere, out beyond, out in space, there's a spaceman army waiting to invade, or we need to colonize space to build defenses and things like that. So it's just another way to perpetuate the racket, to keep the powers that be in power, to keep the money going the way that they want it to go. There's interesting evidence of people predicting that too, going back decades and decades, predicting that there would be eventually space wars. Once all the other places have been invaded, empires have clashed enough on the Earth, and then they project it to go to space just to keep the racket going. What else we got?
Let's see.
If you want to try to call back, the number's
Thank
still up.
you.
360-226-6297. And if we, for some reason we get disconnected, we'll try to either call you back or you can call back.
Let's see. Dead Poop asked about if we were going to post this video to our channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll stay up.
That's what I figured. Because there's the option to hide it, but.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we'll keep it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Incoming call.
And a super chat.
Backashamel super chatted $2. I know who is a boogeyman here at Bill Norwood.
Okay. Hi, this is Blind Justice. You're live on the air.
Yeah, I'm calling again. I just have one more question. Can you play guitar or piano?
I piddle with the guitar. She can play the piano a little bit and guitar. So yeah, I mess around with the guitar. Actually, I got one off to my side right now.
Can you play the guitar on stream for me?
Maybe. It depends on how this goes. If we start to lose steam, I might bust out an instrument. How about that?
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And what was that super chat? Bye.
It's. I know who is boogeyman here at Bill Norwood.
Oh, okay.
Who is a boogeyman? Let's see. Crafty Mama, late here, woke up to pee and saw you on. Respect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we come on when we do. This is, I put the kids to bed, the little ones, and then we're free to chat.
Otherwise, we could try a middle of the day stream here, but then
maybe a little louder.
Yeah, you'll have some. It'll definitely have a little more technical difficulties because my eyes will probably be chasing toddlers from swan diving off things.
That's true. Oh, end up. Yes.
He's really bold.
Yes. I don't know where he gets it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Auditing's nice, but it'd be cool to see you jam out a song, says Ted Poop.
I don't know about that. I know like 4 chords, guys, so don't get your hopes up.
There's a lot of songs that are comprised of those 4 chords.
It's true. It's true.
A lot of songs.
Yeah.
I saw like a medley once of like all these different. It was pretty funny. Baby sleep equals good. Yes. That was messed. Let's see. Derek says that was messed up. Them guards blocking you in the parking lot. Lots of our friends are really not happy about them locking you in that parking lot, and I appreciate that because I was not happy about that either.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, still following up with all that.
Yep. Bill Norwood is responding to the Boogie Man thing.
Yeah.
He said, I like to boogie. He's got little dancers.
Nice.
Somebody asked what kind of music you like. Did I read that out loud?
I don't think so. Yes would be the answer. I like music. Don't really have a special preference. I listen to all kinds of stuff.
Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, where'd it go? Man, it keeps jumping. I was trying to scroll up and find the question, but my chat keeps jumping. I got a text message. We'll check it out in a little bit. Oh, this is fun.
V-Twin4 Christ super chatted $5. Tell us the strangest thing you have found in your beard.
Wow. I don't know. You probably have found more things in my beard that you found to be foreign or strange than I have.
Oh.
Because I'll put things in there when it gets really bushy and big. I'll hide things in there.
We hung a bunch of Christmas ornaments off of it one year.
Yeah.
And he walked around like that. Those little balls. It was fun. Those weren't. I mean, I haven't found anything gross in your beard.
Yeah, I haven't.
The occasional food piece.
Yeah.
But that's to be expected.
The flavor saver. Yeah, I think I had Lego in there once that I forgot when I was playing with the older ones when they were little. I think I stuck a small Lego piece that I forgot and found like a day later or something.
That's funny. I forgot about that. Fenway80, you inspired me to sign up for Be My Eyes app. I helped a person last week. What other apps do you use while doing auditing?
Great. Yeah, no, that's cool. Be My Eyes is wonderful. So,
Taz is going. He's sick of it.
Good night, man. What other apps do I use? Oh, auditing. Well, I'll use navigation apps.
Oh yeah, totally.
To make sure if I'm not being dropped off and don't do a drive-by of the location and get stuff pointed out, then I'll definitely use navigation apps to make sure I'm going to the place that I want to go to.
Yeah.
Peacock Callie super chatted $2.
Thanks, Peacock.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's, I use an iPhone, and it has a built-in accessibility option for voiceover, and so it does a lot of the things that I need just built in. So it'll read text to me and things that come in. It'll alert me to faces and things while I'm using the video, and there is another one. I haven't really used that while auditing yet. There's another one that I like. It's called Seeing AI. We got a phone call, so.
Okay.
Hello, you're live with Blind Justice. Hey guys, it's Ken. I got a new phone, so I can definitely hear you better now.
Nice.
Nice.
I was asking in the chat, but I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I was recently watching documentaries about Ruby Ridge, and I realized I was only in middle school when that stuff happened, so I was young. But I just realized that Ruby Ridge was in '92. I always thought it was in the '80s.
And then a few months later was Waco, and both of these happened under the Clinton administration. And I was just, wondering what your guys' thoughts were on the things that happened there and the inconsistencies with reports, and what your opinions were on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a broad, like a general. I haven't done any research into those specific cases, but in general, people put a lot of faith into the systems that are in place. So when you hear an official report from the police department, they put a lot of faith in that report, right? When they hear something being covered by the mainstream media, if it's a big news channel, with a big three-letter station, right? Then they put a lot of faith into the veracity of that information. And I would just challenge that and say, try to do your own research, try to find multiple sources. And a lot of times it's really hard to get multiple sources on things. A lot of times you hear what you think to be multiple sources, but they're all deriving from the same root source, so it's really just one. So yeah, it's really hard, man. Like, we're in the information age, so we have the access to more information than any other humans had in recorded history. Right, and it's in our pockets. You have a new phone, so hopefully you can get in. You have access to the internet with it. But we.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The trick is to figure out. It's on us to figure out the veracity of the information that we can access, right? But there's ways of kind of ruling stuff in and out with different research techniques. Sadly, most people don't. Most people don't research for themselves. They just believe what they're told because they have faith in an agency, right? A credentials because somebody has journalism degree, or they work for a big station, or they have a badge and a gun, and they call themselves chief of police. But if you track, like, for instance, the News Now, or not the News Now Houston, but the Houston police incident with the News Now Houston was breaking with the officers shot and all that, and the two people that they murdered down there. That from the official statements at the beginning. To what it is now, it's night and day, right? The story has changed drastically, like through different iterations of it changing. So you really got to be careful on what you believe to be true from different sources.
Well, that seems to happen a lot, though. Like with the Vegas shooting, they had 3 different official stories of what happened and timelines, and just all different kinds of things.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just thought it was interesting, because I remember writing an article for my school paper back in '93 when the whole Waco thing with the Branch Davidians was going down, and we didn't know it then, of course. But if you know the comedian Bill Hicks, he's from Texas, and when that happened, he grabbed his friend who happened to be a videographer, and they went down there doing pretty much auditing, but back then they didn't call it auditing or anything. And they had all the media, even the mainstream media, pushed back 5 miles from this compound. And you could, back then the cameras weren't high def or nothing, so it's all fuzzy, grainy pictures. But Bill Hicks and his friend actually captured, I think it was a Bradley tank, ramming into the building. And when it backed out, you could see the flamethrower shooting fire into the compound, setting them on fire. And then all of a sudden you hear, that didn't come out then. That didn't get seen until now, the internet age with, YouTube and all that, and the video being circulated more. But back then you heard oh, they burned themselves alive and all this other stuff, and now you see the actual video footage, and it's no, they clearly didn't. The government set those people on fire, and how are we supposed to trust the, people that are supposed to be our employees that are doing that to, to us or other people, just because, they believe something that's different, and which is our right. Everybody has a right to believe whatever they want. So yeah, man, I rarely ever trust the official story unless I see the evidence myself, and it's just crazy, man. So I just wanted to know what you thought of that, or if you had heard about that or anything, seen or heard documentaries or anything.
Yeah, no, I haven't done any no personal research into those cases, but I don't take the quote-unquote official story very with much salt. I don't put much stock in it.
Well, what I thought was interesting about those 2 cases with Ruby Ridge and Waco, since they were so close together, that in Ruby Ridge, they shot the mother, Mrs. Weaver, while she was holding their 10-month-old baby. She didn't have any gun or anything on her. This is actually in the official story. The sniper that did it faced murder charges, but he got off of that, of course. And he was also at Waco. And, like, it's like the same guy in these two situations a few months apart. It just, I don't know. Everything seems to reek to high heaven. And I just wish that, you know, things would be honest and truthful with us and more transparent. And I wish just the whole system worked better than what it does.
Yeah,
it's a shame that it doesn't.
Yep. No, I appreciate it. Thanks for calling. Thanks for bringing.
Yep. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, man.
Bye-bye.
You can speak that. I'm gonna go to the restroom. You can speak to when you were in school doing population control. You did a paper on population control and some of the stuff. We have another call.
It's coming to the wrong place.
All right. Well, if you want to hold your call, if you want to talk to me, otherwise you can talk to her. I'm going to use the restroom, and you can talk about population control and some of the stuff that you did on your research and you know, information, keeping it from the people and all that.
I'm not the talker.
Go for it.
I'm the computer support. Hi. Okay. No, I did. I was supposed to be doing it was like a debate class thing. We had, you know, give our presentation. It wasn't really a debate. Let me take that back. We'd give our presentation and then we'd get a Q&A section. And we were doing population control was my topic. And as I was researching
Dave Smith super chatted $5.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. That's pretty cool. I discovered how many different things were tied into population control because I had done other research on, one was on GMOs, and I just looked into that and learned things I didn't know before. Some very interesting things, some things that helped me change the way I eat a lot. I did some research on, I forget how many different topics, birth control and even the death penalty was one of my other topics. And then I got to population control and realized that all these other topics were part of the same thing. It was all part of population control. And even like the quote healthcare industry, I call it a disease management industry. And that was one of them. And just fascinating how many times people are diagnosed and labeled with problems so that they can keep coming back instead of trying to find ways of naturally healing the problem and the issue. We give them a pill or 20. Anybody's familiar with the veterans situation? I've seen so many videos and documentaries about how many pills, they'll pull out this bags and bags of pills that they've been prescribed. So my computer's not answering these, so here.
Okay.
We'll make it happen. Hey, you're live on the air with Blind Justice.
I just have two more questions and I'll get out of your hair. Are you subscribed to PewDiePie?
Of course, yes. Yes.
Thank you.
My whole family is.
Bakashamel super chatted $5. Damn, truth community can be so depressing. Sorry to state that fact. Can we switch to something upbeat? I am going to a strip club and drink.
Of collabing with James Franco.
Well, did you know that James's baby was just born?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes. So I just saw on Facebook. So I don't know what his plans are, but my guess would be it's baby time, y'all.
Yeah, I'm sure James is going to be in Babyland for a while, but we'd love to do stuff with James.
Yeah, James seems like a good guy. I would love to see you two collab in video at least once.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thanks for answering my questions. You
Yeah.
guys are amazing.
Cool, man. Have a good one.
Later.
You too.
So, super chat, who's it from?
Damn truth, believe. Nope,
Yeah.
nope, Bakashamel. Bakashamel said, damn truth community can be so depressing.
Yeah.
Sorry to state that fact. We can switch to something upbeat and go into a strip club and drink.
Yeah.
I'm answering this.
Okay.
Hey, you're live on the air with Blind Justice. Maybe. Hold. Hang on a second.
Dryfortifer super chatted
Hold on.
$2.
Don't
How
hang up.
tall is your cane, BJ? I have a 58-inch one.
Are you there?
Ooh.
I can hear you. I'm trying to figure out how to put you on speaker. Oh, you hung up. I don't know how tall it is. Hey, you're live on the air with Blind Justice. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Hold on just a second. The cane you have is... Do we know how tall it is?
I don't know how tall a cane is. No.
We just had a super chat question.
It comes
Hold on
up
a second.
to about just below my shoulder. So I would think probably about 50 inches, something like that.
All right. Are you still on the phone?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Phoenix Cup Watch. How's it going?
Hey man, how's it going? We're doing alright.
Yeah, I want to thank you for what you're doing. I'm actually still a Washington State resident, and I stay up there. So we should hook up sometime and do audits this summer.
Definitely, yeah. Hit me up. Love to partner up with people.
To let you guys know, maybe Port Orchard would be a good audit, because last time I was there at a city council meeting, they were trying to stalk me and put me in jail for filming the meeting.
Wow.
A city council meeting? Wow.
I think we've had a few people.
Crazy.
We've had a few people asking us to do stuff up the peninsula. We haven't really gone much further north, so that's definitely on the to-do list. We're going to work our way up around the peninsula to the north side of it. And Port Orchard is going to be on the list.
If you want, I can send you some members of the Libertarian Party there for backup if you need.
Yeah.
They'll probably go out with you. So, I'm from Linwood, Washington originally. I don't know if you're from Washington, but
No.
okay. It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, we enjoy the climate and the air. It's definitely
What's your favorite thing about Washington?
The air. Not here.
Yeah, the air quality overall is pretty crisp and clean.
That was the biggest thing I noticed when we first got here. We got out of the, when we got into Washington up here, it was amazing. Yeah. But I like the clouds too.
Yeah.
That's why I left, because too much clouds. Like 20-some years under the clouds, and I'm like, okay, I need to go find something different.
Yeah.
But everyone likes different things, but I want to say I appreciate your videos, and I love your style, man. Keep it up. AZ United loves you.
All right.
Nice.
Right on.
Awesome.
So you guys have a good night.
All right, you too. Keep it up, man. I think we had some other people trying to call in as well.
Yes.
Figure out why your computer's not taking it now. Maybe close it and reopen it or something.
I don't think it's ever had this many missed calls. That could be.
It's freaking out.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's shift gear to something more upbeat for the last super chat. Right? Or the second last.
What? What?
Got a captive audience right now.
There's 98 people staring at me potentially, and I was trying to think of a joke. I'm not a comedian, but I'm good at laughing. I was trying to think of the llama joke. What do you tell your llama to get him to stay?
To get him to not run off.
What do you tell your llama to get him to not run off?
I don't know. What do you tell him?
Llama stay.
Llama stay.
Yeah, a caller.
You're so corny. Hi,
you're on. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're live with Blind Justice.
Hey, this is Daryl on Stevenson W. we'd mentioned music before. You didn't mention and clarify anything much about music. But I've been a musician for about 40 years, and my mother was a jazz singer. And I've known a few musicians in my life who were blind. I knew a trumpet player and a piano player who were both blind. When you've lost your sight, how long did it take you to become spatially aware? In other words, using your ears, your other senses, really, I understand they become very heightened. Could you say something about that? I'm going to hang up.
Yeah,
Right?
sure. Well, my vision loss was gradual, so it wasn't all at once, and it's still kind of going. So spatial awareness wasn't really a problem for me. There are times when it becomes a problem, but that's usually not all due to a vision issue. It's due to like a migraine hitting and just loss of motor function. And
Thomas Cass super chatted $2. What happened to the a-hole who locked you in lot?
Still nothing. We're still trying to figure that one out. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, we're still trying to figure out what's going on with those people. We haven't even got a name yet.
Nope.
But yeah, so the music, I played saxophone.
I need to get you another saxophone.
Growing up, played some, yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
And I was just learning guitar in like the early stages of my vision loss, and it became harder and harder to, read things like charts and things like that. So I haven't really progressed much since then. I still pick it up and play every now and then. That's why I have like 4 chords that I learned. But yeah, I love music, and spatial awareness hasn't been a problem for me. It does become a problem with migraines and things like that. It's just because everything shuts down on me.
Yeah, those suck.
Yeah. But there are times when, for instance, if I'm in an area where, because I have some usable vision, not much, and when I'm moving around, my eyes are closed a lot anyway. But there are times when the intensity of the light or whatever is just so great that I'll take the cap and the glasses off and wrap my scarf around my eyes and just try to block out as much light as I possibly can.
Tighten it on.
Yeah, and then walk around, completely blacked out, without any possibility of seeing, just to try to keep all the light out. And so I have pretty good spatial awareness with using my hearing. Sense of touch, I use sense of touch a lot. You'd be surprised how much you use sense of touch for spatial awareness, whether it be feeling, the room. You can feel a space. You can feel how full a space is spatially, with air movement and even energy in the room. If there's a bunch of people in the room and they're being quiet, you can still feel that. You can feel if there's objects in the room. Just by you moving through the room, you create air current, and you can feel different things like that. So there's all kinds of things to help you with spatial awareness, like you were talking about. Your other senses kick in.
That reminds me, somebody asked about that, and I highlighted it, and now I lost it because that was a long time ago. They might not even be in here anymore. But they asked about how, I think it was how you notice when people walk by.
Yeah.
And I think you were just kind of touching on that, like someone walks past you in front of you, or
Well, like I said, I do have some usable vision, so if my eyes are open, big moving blob is a pretty good indicator that it's a person. Like if it's in a inside place, right? It's the right place. If it's in the middle of a street and it's making more noise,
could be Bigfoot. It's
probably a vehicle, right? So yeah, you cue off of different things. The noise, the big blob, if the blob happens to be on a street, or in a building, or on a sidewalk. But then sounds, smells are a big one. So when I was out walking with my little boy today, there was a cat, and you could smell there was a cat, because cats are pretty quiet. But he also let out a tiny meow while he was a good ways away. So we stopped and played with the cat for a minute. But yeah, you just kind of use everything else all the senses you can to put together the picture for you for what's going on. What's up?
Don Shaw, I admire you so much. Everyone can just sense that you're a great guy. Christina, you're a lucky woman. Yes. I just wanted to point out that last part, that yes, I am. They're talking about crypto. You need a crypto wallet.
Got
and
one.
We do have one.
Yeah.
And somebody talked about putting stuff on a Steam platform. And
Yes.
I started a Steemit and a DTube account, and I haven't uploaded any more videos this week because I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then I started a Minds account because somebody else told me to do that, and I didn't do anything else with that either.
Yeah, we are in those platforms. We are just trying to figure them out. She's trying
Like
to figure
holding
this
my
out.
space.
Yeah, she's a learning. It's a learning curve. We're trying to figure all these different things out.
Yeah.
Thanks for the recommendations.
Definitely. I love the alternative ideas. They're great. Ding, ring-a-ling. Oh. Didn't turn it back on.
Okay.
Here you go. Okay.
Hello, you're live with Blind Justice.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just want to make a couple comments, or a comment, anyways. Yeah, you're talking about the government and Ruby Ridge and Waco and all that, earlier, and how can I put it? The government, anytime you're messing with them, if you want to know anything about the government, you just follow the money. It's all about the money, 100%. You got Ruby Ridge, you got the Bundy Ranch, the standoff down at Burns. You've got Sugar Pine Mine down in southern Oregon. All of them, it's all about the money. If you look at the Bundy Ranch, you look at the deal down at Burns, that was all, there's all backlaying stuff there. I mean, if you check into it, it's anyways, it's like I said, it's all about the money.
Oh yeah.
Corporation.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. You have a great day.
All right, you too. Oh yeah, it's a lot of people are obsessed with things and stuff and power and money is an avenue for people to try to get those things and keep those things. But thank you, Ralph, for the chat and the love. So, other upbeat things? We have that tandem bike that we're getting, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And we'll have to figure out how to mount the GoPro to the bike. Maybe do some tandem bike
just tie it to your head.
audits. That'd be pretty epic.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd have to be somebody else besides me, probably.
Yeah. Well,
I haven't ridden a bike in a really long time.
Well, I think it's like riding a bike.
That's different when...
A tandem bike is different. I know. There's a whole other weight and other people, like...
I have to, tell you, hey, we're getting ready to turn right, so that I don't just,
You have to tell me. I can feel you.
Well...
We'll figure it out. We'll work it out.
I'll make it some
Maybe
grapes.
make some epic wipeout videos for you guys.
Yeah, that could be great. So earlier, apparently, Pajama Auditor was live picking out pajamas and invading cops with donuts.
All right.
And we missed it. So I'll have to check it out later.
Okay.
I don't know if she's still alive though. That's fine. Just thought I'd throw it out there. La la la. Ralph says my blind friend can see 1 inch away. He has fun sniffing the denominations of paper money.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. There's a cool little
Dave
devices.
Smith super chatted $5. Did I finally figure out how to add a message to super chat?
Oh, you did
yes.
it, Dave.
Woohoo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, Ralph, there's cool little apps for that. There's some low-tech stuff that just you put it in and it'll scan it, and that's all the thing does. A little thing will read the denomination. But then there's an app called Seeing AI I was talking about earlier in the stream, and it reads denominations. It reads you can take a picture of a person and it'll give a description of the person, which is hit or miss on, say, it's hit or miss on gender, it's hit or miss on age. It's pretty funny, but
it's pretty funny.
It does other things. It's a pretty neat app. Can read short documents and things like that.
Yep.
Other stuff. Surfing. I might be doing some surfing, some wake surfing this year. Maybe on a circuit. I don't know. Adaptive league.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We do have an Instagram, so if you're interested in that, we might throw it up. We haven't really tried to cross the streams there, though. So message us if you're interested in our Instagram for surfing. We don't want to just blast it out on the stream. And
I only post stuff on there when you do stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
What other upbeat stuff?
I found, there's an epic song.
Are you talking about the...
Okay, so A Star is Born. I will not give you my opinion of it or anything. I just really like the song, the Shallow song, as do many other people, and I know many people probably hate it. It's fine. However, there's a parody of the song. It's a Star Wars is Born parody, and if you haven't seen it and you like Star Wars, you will probably enjoy this, because I enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And it's really well done too. Like some of them.
Yeah, the vocals are pretty good.
It's pretty excellent.
Let's see. I will probably be in a blind rehab coming up. I don't know, probably the next few months. We haven't heard exactly when.
Yeah.
So that's like a 6 to 8 week course. It's an inpatient course. So it'll be interesting to check that out, pick up some new skills, and some tech skills, what I need a lot of help with, and maybe some woodworking and stuff like that. Cooking.
Bicycle repair.
Yeah. All those fun things that it helps to have eyeballs, but you can still learn how to do without eyeballs. Just having a coach and somebody that can help me figure that out would be great. So that's coming up, which means that I won't be as frequently available. I will be available on the weekends, so we may still be doing this, and we'll have to figure that out. But I could still potentially go out while not doing classes, because it'll be a different location up near Tacoma, I think, and I can pair it with people to do some stuff in the evenings, potentially go ride the bus or whatever if I want to go solo, see what kind of business I can get into, interesting situations.
And then I can stagger them throughout the week.
Yeah. So that's stuff coming up for us on an upbeat note, different fun things.
Mm-hmm.
What else? We want to do an Oregon trip soon. Visit some friends down there. Maybe do some audits down there. So if you guys live in the Northwest or know of places in the Northwest that need some cameras and people walking through with cameras, checking up on stuff, let us know.
Thomas Cass super chatted $2. Have you mentioned to Ada about her mistreatment?
To ADA about your mistreatment.
I figured ADA. Yeah. We have a few different disability claims / complaints in. Mm-hmm. So there's a few different things. There's a 504 complaint, which usually has more weight, and then there's an ADA complaint. So we have a few of those out on several of these things, and some of them we haven't filed yet. We were trying to handle it, just with the organization where they're messing up, and some of them are working with us. Some of them are like, oh yeah, we're trying to fix this, and we have this thing ordered, and we know we don't have access, and we're working on it. And some of them we're just oblivious to something being inaccessible, and so it's really neat to try to make things more accessible for people.
Yeah. Do you have an update on the Ocean Shores records?
Somebody ask?
No, I was just wondering if we
what do you mean?
Had no. Never mind.
I thought it was a half-baked thought. So I'm like,
yeah, no, it's something you said sparked it, and I didn't chase it long enough to give you the whole thought. So
right.
I gotta go back to the llama situation, because somebody, and I wanted to find it because it was lovely. It was the llama in me creates the llama in you.
Oh yes.
Namaste.
Nice.
It was pretty awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Ocean Shores.
Thanks, Bill.
I think the last encounter we had with the Ocean Shores people was city council meeting I tried to go to speak at, and they have you have to fill out a paper before the meeting, which nobody let me know that there, and I didn't have a way of finding that out there. So I didn't speak because there was no non-visual cue to fill out a piece of paper to be heard. Right?
Right.
So we messaged them, we emailed the council and the quote-unquote mayor and let them know that that's, clear ADA violation. We haven't heard back from anyone. So we may have to go and that's definitely on the follow-up.
Yeah, we haven't heard back from any of them.
No.
What is that about? Why is it so difficult to email a person back?
I don't know. Maybe you can check the spam folder. Maybe there's stuff in the spam.
I do need to check the spam folder.
Yeah, so it's possible.
I try to do that regularly.
Sometimes some of the things pop into spam.
Fair enough, because somebody from Hoquiam,
yeah,
the mayor from Hoquiam emailed us and we missed it.
It's in the spam folder.
She's always really good about responding.
Yeah.
We did get an email with records request from Ocean Shores of some kind. I think it was Ocean Shores. And they sent it to you for free?
Oh, so that was the records, that video on the records clerk breaks the records
there.
law. So there's an update on that. Peg quit her job, or retired.
Retired.
I guess. One and the same, whatever.
Yeah. She doesn't work there anymore.
But I think she cited personal reasons for taking care of family and stuff like that. But it was after the whole incident there where she was trying to charge me 60 cents to review or inspect a record. And that was the point why I didn't pay the 60 cents, because I knew that she was breaking her own records law, and that was her whole job. And there's a whole there's stuff on that where they can be charged, I think up to $1,000 a day that they withhold the records or impose a monetary block. And so somebody followed up on it because I put in a complaint and this other stuff. And I don't know how many days it went, but eventually the city's records clerk for like the whole city of Ocean Shores emailed the requested record and said, here, we just attached it for free because of the hiccup and the mistake. And I think they've actually emailed us a few other ones. So yeah, I think they're just hoping not to be sued, and we're just, working through this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
Bill Norwood donated to us via PayPal.
Oh, wow. Thanks,
Posted.
Bill.
Thank you. I don't have a way for PayPal to read things, so he let us know.
Cool.
And then Phoenix Crop Watch, have you hiked Forks yet?
I don't know what that is. I do like to hike. That's one thing we do like to do.
Yeah, and I've heard of that. I haven't. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done it, I guess. I would probably know if I did.
Yeah. Dry for super chatted $2. How long did it take you to grow your cool beard?
It doesn't take very long.
No, it doesn't take. And I don't know, I've been contemplating chopping it off.
I could feel it coming. So. I always know he's going to do it too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It takes a couple months to fill out. So I guess we can restart the clock when I do chop it off and see how long it takes to fill out again.
If you're really curious, you could look at the old videos.
Yeah.
Because he did one every day for 70 days at least, and during that shaved it off, and it grows back.
Yeah.
Somebody can make one of those time lapse things. Notice I said someone and not me.
Oh, speaking of
what?
Crowdsourcing stuff, creation.
Yes, I need some help. So I was thinking about making a shirt. We had shirts last year, but it was they're simple. Blind Justice logo that you guys see on the front, and then on the back it said Liberty and Justice for All.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, simple. And then they're just black and white. Well,
Jimmy Mad Audit super chatted $5. You guys are an awesome team. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Scientia est potestas, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, if we got any creative types, I want to make a shirt, a Blind Justice shirt, to update it, because the back of the other one has the Facebook link. It doesn't say anything about YouTube, and we all know YouTube's cooler.
Oh, yeah.
And then one that says Pushing Back the Darkness. Ideally, again, simple colors, because the two-color scheme seems to work well. And then I thought about making some stickers.
So basically what she's asking for is designs.
Yeah.
Right? And if you want to have like a design competition.
Yeah.
Right? And send us some designs to the email insightisfree@gmail.com, whether it be t-shirt or buttons or stickers or whatever.
Yeah.
We can try to get a merch channel going. And whatever designs win, if we pick your design, then of course you get free merch. We'll send you a free whatever happens to be the winner. If you design the t-shirt that wins, we'll send you a free shirt and free button that wins.
Yeah.
Yada yada.
What do you
I did
think?
have a different idea for a shirt that we talked about the other day.
Oh.
While we were walking, there's a part in the Walmart parking lot here. And it's always the same part, the sidewalk. It's like because maybe there's only one little strip of sidewalk in the whole parking lot.
Car magnets.
Anyway, cars, particularly SUVs and trucks, back up to this section of sidewalk and let their tailgate hang over the sidewalk
right.
all the time. And a lot of times off the tailgate, there's a hitch. And sometimes I miss the hitch with my cane and trip on it. So I made a joke the other day, and I was like, hitches be tripping, yo. And so if you want to incorporate that into a Blind Justice t-shirt.
It has to show the hitch, I think. It's important.
Shit. Yeah. Okay.
And even sighted people understand this.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
How bad does that hurt?
It hangs over the freaking sidewalk, man. It sucks.
Hitches be tripping.
Hitches be tripping. Yeah. So, yeah. T-shirt contest. I guess we could include a hat if anybody wants to design a hat or stickers or all that stuff. Try to figure out mugs. I don't know.
Mugs. I thought about that too. I really like coffee. Mugs are
figure it out.
expensive to ship.
There's different ways. If you guys
Speaking
know
of.
better ways of merch stuff, so it's not necessarily us producing it, but like third party stuff. I don't
Like
really
Amazon
care. We're
apparently.
not really in it for the money, but if
No.
you guys are interested in just having a piece of merch, then that's cool.
I like having merch.
Yeah.
It's a fun way to buy clothes.
Yeah, spread an idea or something that you support rather than just
whatever.
Like some Thundercat and stuff.
Let's see. Be Twin for Christ. Amazon has a cool t-shirt program. They do all the work. You make a logo and collect 30%. I didn't know Amazon did it. I've seen like Redbubble, I don't know.
Yeah.
All these other ones, but just, yeah. We need to make sure there's good broad size ranges because I know some of them are pretty limited. So for the very tall ones and wider ones and shorter ones, yeah. Look, our little guy has a Blind Justice t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty awesome. Funny, his was more expensive than the regular adult size shirt.
Yeah. Special order.
Which is just silly. But that's okay. Car magnets. Can you make a design? Yeah, you can send me a design. Oh, send them to insightisfree@gmail.com.
Yes. So she's going to work on some designs, and you guys can do some designs. If we pick your design as a winner, you get a free whatever you design.
Bill Norwood, he said, I really would like to see that part of the country, and to meet you guys would be the perfect vacation, in my opinion. I'm a hiker, too. I'm vision impaired, too, since 9 years old. Glasses, astigmatisms. Come on out.
Yeah, anybody wants to come visit. We've got, actually, we have an RV hookup.
True.
We do. In our drive. Yeah.
I forgot about
know,
that.
Right? So if you want an RV out here.
Park in our driveway.
Great country. You can come hook up your RV. We have one of those.
We haven't tried it.
Well,
but the previous owners did use it regularly. I saw pictures.
Yeah. We also have space downstairs.
Yeah.
So we can house people for hanging out for a little bit.
It's true. I love the silence things when I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
Can what? I was trying to decipher. It says can I make the Hooters on my design? Are you talking about boobs?
You're free to design whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just, may not be picked.
True.
Yeah.
I get to pick it.
Yeah,
obviously. He's not going to be the judge here. Let's see. Hey, can a deafened guy complete the hear no evil, see no evil scene?
That would be funny. Like I was talking to somebody about that the other day. And in case anybody isn't aware, there's a movie. It's from the '80s, I think, with Richard Pryor and Willy Wonka's actor. Man, Gene Wilder. Is that right?
Sounds right to me.
So one of them is blind. One of them is deaf. The movie's called Hear No Evil, See No Evil. It's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, recommend it. So yeah, that'd be funny. If Taz News Tacoma has hearing issues, hearing loss.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a little bit of that going on the other day at the Capitol.
Yeah.
So,
let's see.
yeah, he's not completely deaf, so that would be interesting. I did while I was protesting last year on the sidewalk, I had a guy that is nonverbal who can't speak, and he came up to me and we had a conversation, figured out how to communicate with different technology.
Cool.
So he typed into my phone, and then I turned on the reader and it with speakerphone on, and it read to me, so it was pretty cool. What?
Sorry. Joshua Haynes, I'm volunteering to be his service animal.
Yikes.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's 3 monkeys. Well, there are 3 monkeys, hear, speak, and see no evil.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be the friend that we met here.
Yeah.
The speaking. Mm-hmm.
We are working on trying to get a dog. We have somebody that's that does that. Like they have really top breed dogs,
and they're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Yeah, so we have a line on that we're excited about.
Yeah, totally excited. Totally excited. The baby saw some big dogs the other day. There were 3 German Shepherds, and they pulled up in the vehicle next to us. We were in the parking lot, and she like flipped out. She's like flapping around and like waving, and it was really cute. I was the most excited I think she's been about an animal. It was adorable.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
people have asked this at least 2 different times. Do they make a Braille Playboy?
I doubt it.
It's just,
unless
they're gonna like make the pictures raised.
That would go to the whole. I'm just get the magazine for the articles.
For the articles.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, I did. Ironically, I did see something on Facebook the other day.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with Playboy, so just whoosh, set that aside. Somebody, this lady who is blind, was pregnant and had an ultrasound done, a 3D ultrasound, and they used a 3D printer to print a picture of the baby, so she could sit there and hold it. Oh, it was beautiful. So cool. Let's see. Ew, this chat has taken a turn.
Yeah.
For the Playboy side, it doesn't even show nudity anymore. Someone said scratch and sniff Playboy. Yeah.
Should be like samples of KY jelly in the middle of the magazine.
Oh, seriously, said Playboy used to make Braille versions for years. Seriously,
really?
It says V10 for Christ. Mm-hmm. V20 for Christ. Yep.
That's interesting.
Yes. Let's see. Okay, guys, change the subject.
Yeah, I think we're probably winding it down. How long have we been going?
I don't know. An hour and 38 minutes. There's still 95 people.
Yeah.
They've got other things to do.
Yeah, just hanging out with you guys. Thanks for all the support. I love all the call-ins and questions and comments. If we didn't happen to get your call and you want to chat, the number will,
It's always active.
Yeah. You can call, and if I can answer, I'll answer. If not, you can leave a voicemail or just text, and I'll get back to you.
Yep.
If you're interested in doing the design stuff, or you know somebody who is, shoot us an email at insightisfree@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, the same handle, insightisfree.
At insightisfree.
And yeah, if you're really curious about the surfing Instagram stuff, then shoot us a message and we can send you the Instagram for that.
Yeah. Pretty much any platforms we're on, it's going to be either Insight is Free or Blind Justice. The majority is at Insight is Free because Blind Justice is, kind of taken.
Yeah. There's other things, TV shows and bands and things like that with the title. But.
Yeah. Let me check the bottom real quick. All right, Chili Potato says bye.
All right, bye. We've got more videos coming. She's still got the full campus video, kind of uncut, coming tomorrow probably, and she's working on a big compilation one from last year's stuff. And then, you know, we're gonna do some repeat visits to follow up on things probably this week, and may do some more collaboration with Taz News Tacoma coming up, and then any other collaborations we'll let you guys know. We'll probably have some stuff in Oregon and things coming up. So appreciate all the love, all the support. Everyone have a lovely evening or morning or afternoon, depending on wherever you are in the world, or if you're watching this at a later date or time. And yeah, you got anything else?
Love you all.
Ready for the sign out, ready? Okay, peace and love to you, and Deo Presto Libere.